Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Emily. It is currently a Friday and I have nothing to do today, tomorrow or the next day, so I have a free weekend, and do you know what that calls for? A binge of books. Or a book readathon, marathon, I don't know what to call it. I'm just gonna binge some books. And it is the beginning of June, and do you know what that means? It's the beginning of summerween. This isn't gonna be my primary summerween vlog because I think I'm gonna have a separate video for that where I'm baking autumn things and watching scary movies and reading scarier books, but this is kind of like easing me in to that Halloween, into that summerween mood. So I'm going to talk you through the books that I want to be reading, and we'll start off with the book I've started today, which is The Trees by Percival Everett. Now, I think I literally saw this recommended on Pinterest. I love finding book recommendations on Pinterest because I feel like they're not as overrated or overhyped, they're just, you can find anything on there. So this was a book I saw, and obviously this won the Booker Prize in 2022, so obviously this is a well-known book. Percival Everett is a well-known author. He wrote James as well, I think, which I think is like a spin-off of another book, which I don't know. It's from another book, like a classic or something. Anyway, The Trees is a page-turner that opens with a series of brutal murders in the rural town of Money, Mississippi. When a pair of detectives from the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation arrive, they meet expected resistance from the local sheriff, his deputy, the coroner, and a string of racist white townsfolk. The murders present a puzzle, for at each crime scene there is a second dead body, that of a man who resembles Emmett Till, a young black boy lynched in the same town 65 years before. So what's happened so far is that these two white men have been murdered that are part of this family that we've been introduced to, and alongside both white men is the same dead black boy, and both like all of the bodies are very like smashed, like their faces are caved in, and the white men have like wire around their throat, like they've been lynched, which is how Emmett Till was murdered. His face was caved in. If I'm getting this wrong, this is just what I remember. This is what I can recall from when I studied this in high school. But I think and what is evident in this book, his face was caved in and he was lynched. And yeah, his body, the black boy's body, is like taken into the coroner's office, and then the next day it's not there. So the people, the coroner and the deputy and the sheriff are like, oh, he wasn't dead, you just didn't check his pulse properly. But as we have been told, his face is literally caved in, and they've never seen any dead body look like that before. He is most certainly dead, but for some reason they believe he's alive. And this happens again when they find the second lot of murders, which is the second white man with the same black boy. And as they're taking them to the coroner's office, the black boy is not in the car when they get there. This just feels like a kind of a satire horror because of just how ignorant and stupid these people are in this town for not taking anything seriously. Like, they thought the black boy had killed the first white man, and it was like, that boy is cold to the touch, and so his face is so bashed in. I think any sane person would look at that and think someone else has killed them, but obviously in this racist town they think otherwise. Anyway, that is where I'm at now. The one thing I really like about this book is the structure of it, because every chapter is like a couple pages long. Some chapters are literally 2 pages, like that. I love books like that because then it keeps them fast paced. And something it says on the blurb is that Everett takes direct aim at racism and police violence and does so in a fast paced style that ensures the reader can't look away. And I can't look away. I mean, I'm only 60 pages in, but I think that is very true to its word. So yes, this is the book I'm trying to finish today. The other day I went to the works and I did pick up 2 books. Alright, I'm sorry, they were £5 each. The first was One Dark Window. I think I want to read this tomorrow. I have heard such good things about this book. by everyone. People I trust with recommendations love this book. So I am excited to get into this. I'm going to read this tomorrow, and on a Sunday, Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I'm currently watching season 2 of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I am a sucker for Holly Jackson books. I am. I loved the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and then I read the reappearance of Rachel Price. I'm excited to read this, and I know this is going to be good and fast-paced because every Holly Jackson book I feel is just like a nice, quick-paced book. So these are the books I'm hoping to finish. If I don't, then at least I tried. This vlog might never see the light of day, and if it doesn't, that's fine. Yeah, so we have quite a heavy read, then a fantasy, and then a quick-paced murder mystery. And I'm very glad to be reading different, I guess they're different genres, but also just like different, they're like quite different from each other, so I'm hoping I won't get bored. Anyway, I've been talking for too long, and I'll just update you as I read. I really like how I just love how Everett is writing this, because earlier on we see the two detectives go to this diner and they're asking what's good there, what they like sell to eat there. And she said, the waitress is like, oh, like, do you like chili? And they're like, yeah. And she's like, well, you don't want to have it here then, because it's bad. And then they're like, hey, well, what should we have? And she says, catfish. Is it catfish? Yeah, catfish or a burger. And then one of them goes, okay, I'll get a cheeseburger then. She was like, do you like cheese? And he's like, fine, just a burger. And I think that's so funny, because now we're seeing the deputies and the sheriff eat at the same diner, and first of all, the deputies' names are Braden Brady and Delroy Digby, which I also think is very funny. Braden Brady is just, it just feels so perfectly set up to show how stupid these men are. Anyway, so Delroy says chili for me, and Brady says me too, and sprinkle some of that crumbly cheese on it. I like that cheese. So it just really shows their like ignorant simplicity and their just how stupid they are, because two outsiders have come in and already know the lay of the land and already have been told you won't like this chili because it's disgusting, and the cheese is also rank. And I very much like how we are shown how simple these deputies are. I mean, their names are just funny and comical in themselves. Braden Brady. And again, well, the first man who died, his name is Junior because his dad's name is Junior, but he's not J Junior or Junior J or JJ, he's Junior. It's like, it's just like they're making things difficult, like so difficult when they don't need to be, because they're just so simple-minded and narrow-minded. Anyway, I just very much think the way Everett is playing this all out is very smart. I've never read any book by Percival Everett before, but I'm very much enjoying his writing style. See you when I next have an update. Hey guys, update. It is 3:30 and I am on chapter 64, page 205. Now, I wouldn't say I've non-stop read. I kind of have, but at the same time, like, yes, my phone has slipped into my hand. I've read 200 pages and I have about 130 left. And my god, this is good. This is really good. It is a satire, and I would say that it's a horror. I don't know if it is a horror, but I would say it's a horror, mainly because what I'm reading is horrifying. It's horrifying, but in the book, it doesn't feel like they're horrified enough. If you know what I mean. I mean, because this is like just the most horrific murders ever. I don't want to spoil it, but the people who are dying are in relation to the people who killed Emmett Till, and that is why there is a black man or a black boy with each crime scene, because it's like kind of showing this retribution. I think that's what this is saying. It is very much seeming like everyone who is murdered has some kind of familial connection to the people who killed Emmett Till, or who had a connection to the murder of Emmett Till. And yeah, I think as I'm reading this, it is literally playing out like a movie or a TV show in my head. I can see it so clearly, and I just think Percival Everett's writing is so good. And it's not that it's like not flowery or anything, it's just so good. And the satire aspect of it, I mean, it's all this is a satire book, but the moments where you are like finding things funny are just so good, because it's like, you should not be laughing at this, but Everett makes it so there's like one moment where you're like, oh my god, I'm so horrifically disturbed right now, and then a page or two later it's like you're laughing at the ignorance and stupidity of the sheriff or the deputies, but then it hits you back in the face of, we should not be laughing at these people because this is happening, and their stupidity is nothing to laugh at because it's just making a lot of other people's lives a lot worse. So I've got about 130 pages left. Hopefully that won't take me more than 2 hours. So yeah, it's 3:30 right now. Hopefully I'll be back at around 6 and I will have finished it by then. So I'll see you when I've finished. Hello besties. Is that cringe? Do you guys hate when I say that? I'll stop. Oh fine, I'll stop. Update. It is I was gonna say 9:30, it's 7:30. I did have dinner because, contrary to popular belief, I do eat. So I had my dinner, so I ended up not finishing it at 6 but at 7. So I ended up not finishing it at 6 but I ended up finishing it at 7. What? So anyway, yeah, finished it. This was just one of the greatest books I have read, and I don't mean that in a, oh my god, this is amazing guys, you have to read this way. I mean this in a, Percival Everett has such a brilliant way of writing way, and the way he wrote this was so gripping. It was horrific, it was satire, it was eye-opening, it was just really good, but not in a light-hearted way. This was a heavy book. If you haven't read this, read it. It is kind of horrifically disturbing, but also I would say it's a must-read. Tomorrow, I don't know whether I'm going to start one of these tonight. I was thinking about reading this tomorrow and then this on Sunday. However, I don't really know what this is about. It does say number 1, The Shepherd King. Don't know if that means there's going to be furries in it, like the sheep furries, like a flock of sheep, but they're people and they're furries. What? If it is, I'm going to be questioning quite a lot of things. Let's read the blurb. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck. Hold on. Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Okay. She needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mist-locked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. Dear God. She calls him the Nightmare. Guys, I didn't read the blurb when I bought this because I know my friends online and people I trust with recommendation like this book. But guys, I don't know how I'm feeling about this so far. She calls him the Nightmare An ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her. He keeps her secrets. But nothing comes for free, especially magic. See, the reason I kind of briefly read the blurb and I saw Mysterious Highwayman, and do you know who I thought of? Matthew Bainton in that One Horrible Histories episode. She is thrust into a world of shadow and deception. Together they embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town of Blunder from the dark magic infecting it. As the stakes heighten and their undeniable attraction intensified, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him. Is the Shepherd King the nightmare? And is he in her head? Is she falling in love with her own mind? Is this a beautiful self-discovery story? Wow. This is not what I thought it was going to be. I say that I've not even read a page yet, but I don't know. I don't know about this thing about their undeniable attraction intensifying and it being... Oh, hold on. She's not attracted to the nightmare. She's attracted to the Highwayman. He's the Shepherd King. Wait, guys, no, okay, so she's not attracted to her mind. She's attracted to the Highwayman. She's attracted to Dick Turpin. You know I'm only gonna, when reading this, the only thing I'm gonna be able to think of is Dick Turpin, Matthew Bainton as Dick Turpin on Horrible Histories with his hat on. That's what I'm gonna be, you're gonna see me going through all the emotions tomorrow. God almighty. Also guys, don't know if you can tell, but I've got new glasses and new hair. Yeah. I don't really wear glasses in any of my videos, but like I really like these ones and I can't see, so I've started apparently in this video to wear them. But this is my hair. That's it really. Right, I'm gonna say bye now. Bye bye. See you next time. See you tomorrow. Happy Saturday. We are on the second book and we have started One Dark Window. I started One Dark Window on page 100 and so I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know. I feel like I didn't expect it to be like this and I think that's on me. But this is so like now that I have read 100 pages, I'm like, okay, what? I don't know what else I was expecting. This makes sense. There's a lot of rhyming going on with... Right, so I'll just give you a brief summary of what's happened so far. So we've obviously got Elspeth. She's the main character. She is our protagonist. She has this power where she can see the colour of these Providence cards. And the whole point of this book, I'm guessing, is that the power of this town depends on the king having these Providence cards. And there's like there's 12 categories, like there's 12 of 12, 11 of 11, 10 of 10, and it's like that, and they're all different. Basically, she has the power of the second one, which obviously there's only 2 of them, and it's called the Nightmare card. So she has the nightmare inside her head, inside her mind, and he talks to her. Yeah, and then so there's this Highwayman who, by the way, I am imagining Sebastian from Stardew Valley as him because he's actually called Raven U, and all of these people in this book have trees as their last name. So Raven U is kind of the captain of something of the royal family. He's a part of the royal family. He's like the nephew of the king. She finds out that the Highwayman is Raven, and Raven, I don't know, it's got a Y in it, so I'm thinking it's Raven, but I'm just gonna say Raven because that's probably how you say it. But Raven, I don't know, he's tall, dark and handsome like that, but I don't know, the way that Rachel Gillick has described him, I'm just thinking of like Sebastian from Stardew Valley in like a vampire cloak, and like he's always like this, like I don't know, that's just how I'm picturing him, and it's kind of hard to get that out of my head because I think he's supposed to be like attractive, but I just can't see that right now. I am not disappointed, I'm enjoying it, I think it's a fun read, but the way I feel about this is, you know, on TikTok in like 2019, when people would make those POVs and it was like, oh my god, like you've got pink on your cheek and you need to cover that up because if you've got pink on your cheek that means like you have to die, so then they put red on their cheek instead or something so they fit in with everyone else, but then they wipe it off by accident and someone sees they've got pink on their cheek and they're like, oh my god, do you know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting because it's to do with cards. I'm just thinking the thing that is like just like sending me a little bit is the rhyming, the nightmare in her head being like, at 3 o'clock if you go to the park you might hear a strange bark. Like what does that mean? He's just saying odd shit to her and I'm not really convinced. These like bits before the chapter, they're all rhyming as well, and they're like giving you like insight to the cards, I think. I don't know. But yeah, that is my update. I've been talking for 10 minutes and I could have used that time to read, and I'm picturing Raven as Sebastian from Stardew Valley and just don't think that's the vibe at all, and I just feel like he's always like this because it keeps saying he's always got a sliver of a smile, so he's always like this. I need to stop talking, but yeah. Guys, I'm having a bit of a crisis, to be honest. It's almost 4 o'clock. I don't know when the last time I spoke to you was. Like 2-ish. Maybe I just keep updating you and then when I finished it, if I finish it like late at night, that's fine. I'll just update you tomorrow. But I just wanted to share with you my concerns because, I don't know. It's just really annoying because I'm not loving this as much as I thought I would. I hate to say it and I hate to bring this book up because I feel like in every video I've ever made I've said that I hate Powerless. And dare I say, this, I don't know what it is, maybe it's just because it's a YA fantasy, but this reminds me of Powerless and I don't know why. I feel like, I think it's just the relationship part. I think that's just going to be the same for me with any YA fantasy. When they were in a room, they were in a room, in a dark room, and Raven put his finger on Elspeth's mouth to like shut her up, to be like, hush baby girl, and she was like, oh my god, like I saw him blush, and I was like, oh just shut up. I hate that. And now we've got to the point where they're like, he's courting her but it's pretend, and it's like I'm not in the mood for it, I think, but I'm gonna finish it because that's what this video is about. I'm gonna finish it. I don't know if I'd read this like when I was like 15, I would have eaten this up. I would have loved this so much. I would have been obsessed, which is a shame that I'm not feeling that right now. But maybe that's why I'm gonna carry on reading it. Oh my god, I'm getting really hot. I've just had a cup of tea. Maybe I'm reading it for my younger self because I know she would have loved this. But we're about to move in to Raven's house. So I wonder where that's gonna go. I don't think there's any dirtiness in here. Don't think there's any nasty descriptions of intimacy in here, which I'm very glad about. And if there is, I'm gonna be shocked. But I think this is YA. This must be young adult. I feel like it is. This must be YA. I'm saying that it is and I'm manifesting that it is so I don't have to read anything filthy. I'll update you again later, but I think I'll probably finish this like in bed. Hey guys. I've got bad news, but it's like not even that bad. I kind of started this video saying I was going to read 3 books in 3 days. It is the 3rd day. I've not finished a 2nd book. Hope you can forgive me. Hope you can forgive me. Still reading One Dark Window, guys. There's something about this. It's making me kind of feel not the vibe. I am kind of disturbed. So I'm not gonna lie, spoilers for the next few minutes. They've just had sex. I thought this was a young adult. It's clearly not. They've been saying the F word left, right and centre, and now he's just eaten her out on the floor, might I add, on his dirty floor. They walk into his room and she's like, oh, it's a bit dirty, it's a bit messy in here, and he's like, I'd say I was more tidy, but I don't want to lie. And she's like, no, I like it. Oh my god, rate your standards! Honestly, you saying I don't mind your dirty, rotten, festering floor, and then they're having intimate moments on the floor. Disgusting. I'm glad it wasn't like a vulgar description, it was quite tame. I was a bit taken aback at something Raven said. I'm disturbed. I don't know what I'm talking about, but he says to her, I resisted Elspeth because I was already imagining how I might press my finger against your wet lips again like I had in my room. Oh, whose lips are just naturally wet? I feel like that's not true. So that kind of pissed me off. And then, talking about what the hell has just happened in this chapter, I'm not feeling it. Also, let's talk about that, because this is supposed to be like fake dating, basically. Fake courtship. And they haven't, like, and I feel like the tension was just not there. Like, this is like, I'm 300 pages in. It's not been happening that long. And now they're already kissing, doing weird stuff on his bedroom floor.
I don't understand this! Grandma! You said it was over! You said it was over! But you just gonna sit down on your couch? Leave me alone!
I don't know, guys. Right now I'm thinking this book is a 3-star. Like, yeah, sure, I know other people, like I know my friends online like this book, and I'm thinking, yeah, I can understand to a certain extent why it's enjoyable. Like, it is kind of fun. But also this is not for me, and I'm kind of sad, but again, like, I think if I read this when I was 15, I would be absolutely obsessed. And I'm glad for myself in a way that that's true, but also I should have read it at 15 and not now when I kind of want to kill myself reading it. This scene kind of was the final straw, and the fact that he's talking about her wet lips, I just don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. It's 3:20 and I've got 80 pages to go, so hopefully I'll be finishing this around 4:30. Before 4:30, hopefully, because I cannot do this anymore. I'm on chapter 28 though. 28 is one of my lucky numbers, so hopefully it gets better. It is 4:45 and I've just finished One Dark Window. Can I hear a flipping well done?
You said it was over!
Thank you, thank you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this, to me, wasn't very good. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, it wasn't bad. I just wasn't hooked. The Providence cards, like that being the centre of the plot, I just wasn't invested. Raven and Elspeth's relationship I didn't care for. It wasn't clicking with me at all. It just felt weird. I don't know, maybe in the second one everything's better. I don't think I'll buy the second one. If I want to read it, I'll just get on my Kindle. But my god, I also finally know what the back of this means, the twin Alders card. The blurb was like kind of intriguing, but when I got to the bit where it says she calls him the nightmare, I thought, oh god, bearing in mind that was the second line on the blurb, so I don't know what I was getting, I don't know what I thought, but I feel like there wasn't enough explored. Not that I wanted for it to be longer, but I feel like it's kind of surface level. Would I recommend it to other people? No, I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've said everything. I just feel like she tried to put too much into this book, but didn't explain it enough. Like, I don't know. And then she was going over the cards so many times, but I think there were too many. I think too much was going on for a short book. This was 400 pages, just under. So, like, I don't know, it's not that short, but I feel like this could have easily been a trilogy, because then it could have been going on and explaining things better. I don't know, I think the cards, I blame the cards, I blame the rhyming nightmare in her head, and I blame Raven for being a bit of a freaky weirdo in the back. And talking about her wet lips and how he wants to touch them, and having a stinky dirty room. I'm not about that life, guys, and if you are, that's absolutely fine. I think I'll end the video here. The Trees was an absolutely brilliant read. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be to go read Percival Everett. His writing is great. Definitely recommend The Trees. It is a heavier read, but it's brilliant. One Dark Window was something that I personally didn't like, but if you do like it, I'm happy for you, and I wish I did. And in terms of Not Quite Dead Yet, I'm sorry I didn't read it. Why am I sorry? Do you know what, guys? I'm not sorry that I didn't read it, because we should start living life freely. And yeah, I set myself a goal of reading 3 books in 3 days, and I didn't. I read 2 books in 3 days, but you know what? That's good, because I only read 1 book in February, and now I read 2 books in 3 days at the beginning of June. So I think this month of reading is going to be very fruitful. I say that in a month you're probably going to look back and I have only read these 2 books, but that's fine, and it won't be the case. I will have read more. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, if you liked this video, then just let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.